Hello, it's Friday afternoon again. We've had another busy week at our home school and we've had lots and lots of fun together too. This week we've been reading The Scarecrow's Wedding and we've also been thinking about VE Day, haven't we? About those celebrations that everybody had at the end of the war 75 years ago. And I bet you've seen some things on television today where people have been celebrating and remembering together. Our Scarecrow's wedding story has a special celebration at the end too, doesn't it? So we've been thinking about celebrations and we've also been thinking about our scarecrows. I'll read the story again to you now and we can have a little chat as we go through about all the things that we've done. Right, here we go. The Scarecrow's Wedding. Betty O'Barley and Harry O'Hay were scarecrows. They scared lots of crows every day. Harry loved Betty and Betty loved Harry, so Harry said, "Betty, my beauty, let's marry. Let's have a wedding, the best wedding yet. A wedding that no one will ever forget." And we were looking at these scarecrows, weren't we? And we came up with our own designs of scarecrows that we could make. We drew some pictures of those. Betty agreed, so they hugged and they kissed. Then Betty said, "Harry dear, let's make a list." "Just as you say," answered Harry O'Hay. So they wrote down the things they would need on the day. A dress of white feathers, a necklace of shells, lots of pink flowers, 2 rings and some bells. And we used their list, didn't we? And we thought about the sounds at the beginning of the words. And we went on a hunt and found things that began with those sounds too. Then Harry gave Betty O'Barley his arm and the scarecrows set off on a hunt round the farm. They hadn't gone far when they spotted some geese. "Oh geese, will you give us a feather apiece? You can come to our wedding, the best wedding yet. The wedding that no one will ever forget." "Honk, we will," honked the geese, and they each gave a feather. A spider friend offered to sew them together. "Hooray!" cried the scarecrows. They hugged and they kissed, and they hurried back home and crossed dress off their list. Then Harry gave Betty O'Barley his arm, and they set off once more on their hunt round the farm. They hadn't gone far when some cows gathered round, and the bells round their necks made a wonderful sound. Ring-a-ding-ding, ring-a-ding-ding. "Oh cows, will you please come and make your bells ring for our wonderful wedding, the best wedding yet, the wedding that no one will ever forget."
"Moo, yes," mooed the cows. "We can tinkle our bells."
Then a crab scuttled by with a necklace of shells. Some mice found 2 rings in a bin. They were certain the rings had belonged to an old farmhouse curtain. "Hooray!" cried the scarecrows. They hugged and they kissed.
"Pink flowers are the only thing left on our list."
Then Harry said,
"Betty dear, I can find those. Why don't I pick some while you have a doze?"
"Bzzz, pink flowers," buzzed a big stripy bee. I can find you a field of pink flowers. Follow me." So the bee led the way and they travelled for hours till they came to a field full of pretty pink flowers. Harry stood thinking, "I won't pick them yet. I'll need to find water to keep their stalks wet." And then when I was looking at this picture of all those pretty flowers, I decided that I was going to make a shape picture using some flowers. So this week we've been thinking about our 2D shapes, our flat shapes, haven't we? We've been learning the names of them. We've been thinking about their properties, which means how many sides and pointy corners they've got. And we made a shape picture and I did mine of some of these flowers. I wonder if you did one and what you did with your shape picture. See if you can keep practicing your shapes over the weekend, because we hunted for them too, didn't we?
"Just follow me,"
croaked a lumpy old toad.
"There's a lovely wet pool at the top of this road."
They climbed up the road. It was terribly steep.
I'm tired,
said the toad, so they stopped for a sleep. Early next morning they came to the pool. This water, said Harry, is beautifully cool, but now I need something to carry it in, a jug or a vase or a cup or a tin. I think I can help, said a small squirrely snail. I can show you the way to a very fine pail. So the snail and the scarecrow set off on their way, but the snail was so slow it took more than a day. Betty was worried. What's happened to Harry? Where is the scarecrow I'm planning to marry? The farmer came by with a frown on his face, and he made a new scarecrow to take Harry's place. So there's the farmer making his scarecrow on the farm. And we thought about farms, didn't we? And I made my own little small world farm. I had a washing line with some clothes on. I had Betty and Harry, and I had lots of different things in my field. I put some pasta in. I wonder if you made a little small world scene at your house. So, oh dear, look, new scarecrow.
Good day,
said the scarecrow.
I'm Reginald Rake.
He took Betty's hand and he gave it a shake.
Together, he told her, we make a fine pair. You're really quite pretty, apart from your hair.
Then he jumped in the tractor and told her,
hop in. I'm a really fast driver. Let's go for a spin.
But Betty said, no, I must wait here for Harry. He is the scarecrow I'm going to marry. We're planning our wedding, the best wedding yet. The wedding that no one will ever forget.
Reginald laughed. You'll be waiting forever. Forget about Harry. I bet he's not clever.
And we looked at the shapes on here, didn't we? We thought about shapes in our house too.
I must be the cleverest scarecrow alive. I can sing lots of songs. I can dance. I can drive. I'm dashing. I'm daring. I'm cool as can be. I can even blow smoke rings. Just watch me and see.
And he took out a big fat cigar from a packet the farmer had foolishly left in his jacket. But smoking is bad for you, Betty exclaimed. Really, you ought to be feeling ashamed.
Don't be a fusspot, said Reginald Rake. My smoke rings are staggering, make no mistake.
He struck up a light and he tried hard to smoke, but straight away started to splutter and choke. What happened next was completely unplanned. The lighted cigar tumbled out of his hand. It fell to the ground and it started a fire. Betty screamed, help! As the flames flickered higher.
But Reginald Rake said, I'd better be off.
And he bounded away with a terrible cough. Didn't help her at all, did he? Then suddenly, who should appear on the farm but Harry O'Hay with a pail in his arm. Betty, cried Harry, my own future wife. He poured on the water and saved Betty's life. Then they picked up the flowers, they hugged and they kissed. And they said, now that's everything crossed off the list. So Betty O'Barley and Harry O'Hay wed one another the very next day, and everyone, even the snail who was late, said, don't they look happy and don't they look great? This, they agreed as they sprinkled confetti on Harry O'Hay and his beautiful Betty, is the best wedding ever, the best wedding yet, the wedding that no one will ever forget. And there they are at their wedding. Now, we were thinking about celebrations and the lovely food that we might have. I wonder if you managed to help your grown-ups make any food today. And there they are, look, driving off into the sunset on their tractor. I really love this story. Right, well, it's that time where I'm going to get out my memories box, my wishes and memories, and I'm going to put 2 notes in there. One where I've written down something I've really enjoyed doing this week, and one where I've written down something I'm excited to do very soon when we're all allowed to see all our family and friends again. So the first one I've written down that I enjoyed doing this week is making my flags and bunting for VE Day, because it's a very special day today, And I'm glad I could make some things to decorate and to celebrate and remember all those people who died in that war and who died keeping us in our country nice and safe. So that's the one I'm putting in. I enjoyed decorating my house for VE Day. I'm going to put that one in. And then the one where I've put something I'm looking forward to doing, I'm looking forward to seeing all of the boys and girls in my class and all of the other grown-ups who are at our school, because I'm really missing you all, and I'm missing all of my grown-up friends too. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all again when it's safe for us to go back. So that's what I can't wait to do. So I've got lots of exciting things in there already. I wonder if you've got any in yours. Okay, well, have a lovely weekend. I hope the sun shines for us and we can have some nice fun in our gardens and out for some walks. And I will see you again on Monday with a brand new story. Hwyl fawr.